Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Kingmake community. We got the Ford all warmed up, ready to go here in the 80s series, and welcome back to the 80s series. We got a little bit of a run that we need to make here today, and as always with Farming Simulator, it's another busy one here. We gotta get rolling because we gotta get out into the fields. Unfortunately, we had ourselves a little bit of a mishap here with our oats. So if you guys saw the first episode in the 80s series, we ended up moving in a little late, and well, unfortunately our oats are they're done for. They're done for. The rain actually ended up doing us in. We were able to finish off a few of the fields, but I tried to get over here and it just got a little bit too wet, too muddy, and it ended up wrecking the crops. So we're gonna have to get those cultivated down in. I was taking a peek and looking at our soils. It looks like we should be fine just going ahead doing a little bit of cultivating here. But this afternoon here we are heading on down the road. I've got a little bit of a purchase that we're gonna make. It looked like there was a trailer here for sale, and I called the guy up. I said, hey, I'm really in need of a gooseneck trailer, and he said, yep, it's yours, fairly cheap. So he ended up taking the for sale sign off it. We're going to pick this thing up. So while I head over here, if you all haven't yet, make sure you go ahead, tap that thumbs up button for me. Of course, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Kingmake community, make sure you go ahead and do that for me now. We're going to pick up this trailer though. We're going to get going on our work for today. And there it is. I was driving by the other day. I ended up seeing this trailer and I thought it actually did look pretty nice. I stopped on by and I was kind of liking it. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's head on up to the house. I'm going to talk to the guy. I'll give him the money here, and we got to get going. All right. Thanks a lot, Bill. I appreciate it. All right. Well, it's ours. So we need to go ahead. Let's drop the old tailgate here on the old Ford. And let's see how good we can do with this. It's been a little while since I've aimed up the old ball there. Oh, looks like we're off a little bit. Hold on. Second time is always the charm. All right, there we go. Let me get the chains hooked up here. Let me get our lights plugged in. We got to close the tailgate and we got to get going. All right, so as we get going here, I do need to make a little trip. So today on the other agendas that we need to get after, aside from prepping our fields, I know we ended up having a little bit of a loss, and it looks like quite a few farmers around the area ended up having a loss with their oats. We need to go ahead. We need to pick up our seed. We need to pick up some fertilizer, and we need to get ready to go for seeding here this fall. We've got another month, and very quickly that month is going to be approaching, and well, things are going to be hitting pretty hard. We're going to have to go ahead. We're going to have to get in the fields. We're going to have to harvest our corn that we have left on our fields. We got to get those fields prepped that we have already barren at the moment, or get the oats turned under. And we need to go ahead. We need to get some weeds planted in for this winter. I'm very excited. Should be pretty good for us here. All right, so heading on back to the farm, we ended up picking up our seed, our fertilizer. We should be good to go, and hopefully I've got enough of each. We'll see, but hopefully enough for getting ourselves even into the spring and getting planted up for the year. But just going ahead, shutting down the old Ford here. We ended up picking our seed and fert right there, but we went ahead and we ended up getting the rest of our equipment that we need here. So for the 80s right now, we're going to be rocking the old Case International Cyclo planter. This is the Cyclo 950, so it is a 12 row. I'm looking for efficiency, and I'm thinking we're going to be able to hit that with this. It was either this guy, or I was thinking about the John Deere 7000 series, but unfortunately that 7000 series planter is only a 6 row. Of course, for a seeder, I had to. Box drills coming out. She's the new series, baby. The old 455 from John Deere. She's a big girl, and we're going to be definitely testing our new piece of equipment that we did get out there as well. Of course, you guys know we got the 7700. We did go with a 6 row header, however, because that's about as much as this girl is going to be able to handle. And of course, you guys already saw our cutter header up there. Moving on over, we did end up grabbing a 8960. This is our big workhorse. Mainly needed this girl though for our plow. We ended up going with a bigger deep shank plow here. Now we ended up grabbing ourselves a turbo till as well. Great Plains. This should do very nicely for us, creating a nice seed bed. Of course, coming out, we went heavy on the Kilbro carts, y'all. I went heavy. We want to make sure that we can stay in the field and keep on moving and grooving as quickly as we can. And then, of course, we grabbed ourselves a 4440. As y'all saw from the first episode, we do still have that 1586. I haven't quite gotten rid of her yet. You know, mainly just to compare, you know, see if the red breaks down. Anyways, we're going to hop on out to the field, though. I did get our big horse ready to go. I'm going to show you this girl in a little bit. And the tractor of the hour. We grabbed ourselves a 4955 with radial tires, and of course we got the duals on this one as well. This tractor right here, she's going to be one of the main workhorses on this farm. Of course, we're going to be out here, we're doing a little cultivating here with the old Wilrich 2800, I do believe. And well, just enough horsepower for this. Should be just fine. And of course, this is going to be our planting rig, our seeding rig. This is going to be our multi-purpose tractor here on this farm. We are going to continue cranking away at the acres. I got a couple more fields, as you guys can see. We got the one to our right on the other side of our corn. We got this one here that we're working on now, and just another one down the hill to my left here as well. I'm gonna go ahead though, we're gonna finish up this end row. We're gonna keep on ripping away in this field, getting our oats unfortunately turned down. But once we do get this done, we should be sitting rather pretty, y'all. We should be in a good position where we can get this 4955 hooked up to the seeder and ready to go, and we should be able to hit the fields and start ripping into them, getting winter wheat settled in. I'm also looking at the corn here, and we might as well go ahead. Let's hop on out. I am actually curious. The corn is looking like it's just going to be a few more days, maybe, I don't know, maybe a week or so, and we should be at a really good spot here to start harvesting. They're getting very close. As we close the old door, oh, it's fired back up. There we go. All right, I'm going to keep on ripping here, and I'm going to catch up with y'all after a little bit. All right, as we're working along here with this field, we're making pretty good progress thus far. I did just want to say, hey, you know, I do appreciate y'all with the positive feedback on the first episode of this 80s series. I do really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and hey, keep it coming, y'all. Make sure you light up that comment section. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this series thus far. I'm actually really enjoying switching things up. If you all haven't been checking out the other Westby series that we are doing, it's a little bit more modern, some more modern tractors. We did end up making, especially with the new updates that just came out on Saturday night this weekend. So this Monday is coming out on this video is coming out on Monday here of this week. So y'all make sure you go check out MB Farms Modding, Mapping, and Photography on Facebook. He's got his itch.io page linked right there. Go ahead, click on Westby once you get there. There are 2 links. Make sure you guys download Westby, the new map. It is updated and everything is fixed. All the little bugs, all the little glitches. There are still a couple of small issues that were server related, but I think those got fixed with the update for Farming Simulator. It was an issue with strapping things down to a trailer. There is a second link on there. So I know in the comment section, a few of you were asking about the Gale grinder, the Gale grinder mixer. That is in that second link. And again, y'all, this is all just for PC. Unfortunately, it is not available for console, and the reason being right now is because this map is a 4X map. I do have a video as well showing you all about TMR, making TMR. As I've always said it, y'all, TMR is the way to go for feeding cattle when it comes to Farming Simulator. If you do that, it fills all categories at the same time. It keeps them healthier, and in doing so, you're going to have better production. You're going to have more milk production if you're doing dairy, and you're going to get better growth out of your beef cattle like we are doing strictly here on the 80s series. We're just focusing on beef. If you guys are watching the other Westby series, I am doing both dairy and beef, but I do have a video, so make sure you guys go check that one out. It's how to feed TMR, or how to make TMR on Westby, Wisconsin, solely Westby, just showing the new updates as far as what Westby has to offer as far as making TMR. Very, very easy, by the way, for especially the beef cattle, and a little bit more work for the dairy, I would say. But now, as we are wrapping up, we're finishing this field here for the 80s series. I got a little bit more work yet to do here, and I did make a phone call though, so next episode we are going to have to go ahead. We're going to head on down to the dealership, and I'm not sure if anybody's going to be there or not, but we're going to try anyway. I got to get a new purchase picked up that I got down there. We ended up grabbing ourselves a Flail Mower, and I'm really looking forward to using that girl. John Deere Flail Mower just came out here for the 80s, so very excited about that. As we are now folding up the old cultivator, I'm going to head in. I got to grab a snack here for tonight. I want to check on the cattle, and then we're going to come back out and work into the dusk hours of the night here. But as far as I'm reading it, what it's helping doing is busting up those corn stalks after we harvest corn. And of course, we're going to be doing quite a bit of dry corn, drying of corn. That's kind of a new thing now too. So we're going to be drying up corn. We're going to be trying to sell it for a better price. Hopefully it stores in the grain bins a little bit better. And I'm hoping that Flail Mower, she's going to bust up the corn stalks, now the residue afterwards, and help with biomatter and getting the corn stalks decomposing quite a bit faster, getting us a much better soil production here on our farm. And of course, that's going to be very much necessary as we are trying to get the most production out of our yield with being cash croppers here on our 80s series. But as we're revving around here, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we did end up picking up a new Westfield auger as well. Got it hooked up to the old 4020 there, ready to go. But I'm going to take this corn sample that we picked up earlier. We're going to go and head on into the house. I'm going to see what our moisture levels are at. I'm gonna grab a sandwich and we're gonna get back after it, y'all. But with that being said, I'm gonna call this one a video. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you go ahead, tap that thumbs up button for me. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed here to the KingMay community, make sure you go ahead and do that for me now. But I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.